What is happening, crew? You are back live here in the 805 today with the B-Man. Much love to you all on this Sunday. On our Labor Day weekend, I just got done talking to Landon and our beloved comrades in Canada celebrate that as well. So he is actually up helping move his daughter and about to take another motorcycle trip. Also got to talk to Sean. Sean is doing a beach day and a movie theater day, and I'm a little jealous, but I'd much rather be here with you guys, my loves. XRP is course breaking records. I know price looks down, but hope is very high and up for those of us who know what to look at and have been following it. This is getting huge. I got turned on to a few videos this week, some really cool stuff from Zach Rector, talking about the CME. I'm going to get into that. We got a really cool show I've been watching, real kind of motivational pumper. I'm going to pump up my crew. What's going on, everybody? And I got some awesome updates from my parents who are doing well. Heard they had a little car trouble with the new vehicle, but they are still safe, and heard from both of them this morning, and things are going good. We have big announcement on that. We have one puppy left. This is the golden ticket, folks. So they are heading to Lake City, Florida today. They will be heading back towards Alabama tomorrow. And from there, on their way back through Texas. I forget which route number that is, but they'll be heading the southern route through the states. If there is anyone in this group that sees our lives that is along the way and they want a blackmouth cur puppy, there is one left to be loved and adopted. I've been around my parents' dogs for about, how long have they had those guys? Maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, they got Ruby. And Ruby quickly turned into my favorite dog. If my parents are just like, she's just too much to handle, we can't deal with her anymore, I'd be like, give me Ruby. I'll take Ruby. She's a good girl. But they would never do that because Ruby's the best. Crew, what is going on? Okay, we've got Nelly Co. TC, what up? Solar Sam, my brother. How are you doing? Can't wait to get to Florida myself to meet you and your wonderful family. We've got a big event coming up, and I'm very excited. My parents have done a lot of great work on that. Really appreciate the help from everybody else that we've received too. It's just going to be awesome, you guys. I know we've had a little issues with the links and people getting to those. I'm going to make sure and hard dial that in today. I will leave my email in the chat today, so you guys can shoot that over to me. If you need any links for the golf, if you need any links for the event, we want you there. This is the group we really want there. We cannot wait to just spend time and network and be with you guys. Thank you so much for being in with us today. We got 42. Nice. Not bad for a B-Man show. Let's go. Becky, welcome in. Love you. Thank you for being our wrench and our support. And Shmi, much love. Nancy, much love to you. Darren, good morning. Zips, bro. So I slept in last Sunday till about 9:15, 9:30, and I get a call from my friends asking me to come take care of my niece while they were volunteering at an event. And so I sat there pondering for about 15, 20 minutes and realizing there was no other decision to be made but to be like, sorry, my brother, I'd love to reschedule with you. My life and my wealth truly is building this family with you guys, but it is also being a great uncle and being an amazing friend. And I have the kind of friends in my life now that are friends for life. They were my brothers and sisters, and they so rarely asked for my help in that. That was the decision to make. But through it all, Simon shows up, and Simon and Zip absolutely crushed. I love that show, you guys. Thank you so much. It really brought the awareness up that I really like to have more guests from my dad. I think especially on Sundays, like I love talking about crypto stuff and going over it. I think there's a lot of you that are just more talented at it, and in a day-to-day, you're just on top of things. So we want to get those people on who are really fired up to give the crew the information that they want and need. And I'm just right now, 40-hour job, another 15. I did 20 hours last week studying for my real estate exam, legit 20 hours. So it's just gotten a little busy for me, but my heart and my love will always be here with the crew, building this community with you, and the opportunities that you've already brought a man like me and all of this is just unreal. I could have not fended for myself to get them, the kind of opportunities that I have now that some of you have brought to us, and some of the people who don't or seldomly watch our channel or know Val, and obviously people like my dad who are just going out there and getting it done and really want to be successful in investing. And I'm so glad my dad's really starting to put it together, and he's been working at it for so long. Like I've watched the guy see what would stick to the wall and put in the research and put in the time to so many different ways of investing that, he is the guy. He is the guy. He's a guy. And so to have him, to watch Simon and Zip last Sunday, I always learn something from you guys. Simon, it's always how to be a better host, how to be, TJ Simon says, but it's also to be a better and smarter investor. And he's been kind of my accountability buddy as of recently, as we've gotten into more things together. And that message came through strong from Elizabeth a couple weeks ago. And if you guys need an accountability buddy, I'm going to go into something here in a bit that is based on that. Things can be a little risky and feel a little scary, and I've never done this before, but we got to learn to push through those things. And it's a lot easier to do it together when you've got a group like this. Atlantic, what's up, brother? Let me get into some of the comments here. Yeah, bro, I owe you a show. I need to come on your show. And I just want to, every time I talk to you, you make me want to research and further prepare and really gear up and look outside the box. So thank you, my brother, for that. Desert Vibes, welcome in, Cheryl. Yeah, hit those likes and subscribes, guys, please. We don't want it to get too much bigger. This is our little family, but we recently worked with our assistant I could not figure out the Rumble thing. But my dad has a really great connection with those guys. So we got this show onto Rumble. We're getting the other shows on there. I love Rumble as a website. Absolutely love the content on there. And when there's something that I can't really, the tinfoil hat wearers of the world like me, I go over there because there's a little less, editing and control and, well, those kinds of things. Andrew, yeah, them boys smashed. They smashed. They're I've known Simon since before I started this, and he's just an unbelievable host, and he's got the gift of gab. My dad and Simon have the gift of gab, and I have it with certain things, but I also don't want to just talk out of my ass. And so, it's kind of this stoic presence that I try to bring, and I try to show you guys the heart and where the intentions lie. Okay, let's get into some of this. XRP futures on the CME. There's little indicators that we can all look at, right, in adoption. I think this whole group is looking at XRP. Some of you might not even know what it is. You just like the channel. Thanks for being here. I love that. We've talked about it a ton from, the 0.0002, percent fee that you pay in transactions. This is fixed supply. This is decentralized open source ledger. If you don't know what those things are, that is the 101. I have best friends that do not know what those things are. They don't, crypto, and no, which is fine. But when I learned those things, the light bulb went off. And that is the very basics. Now, let's come to reality and where we are today and what I think gets debated so often. And I saw two conflicting videos this week. I just watched one that Sean sent me from Bloomberg. And it just felt, again, like, yes, they're kind of warming up to it. They're warming up to this crypto thing. And, okay, well, but they see it as like a market thing. And so if it's not directly in their face or like, I can pay for this at the kiosk, or I can get my coffee with it in the morning. I thought they also had a good point in Bloomberg, and they weren't quite that. This thing was built for banks. And so the other video that I saw this week was from Mikkel, and I love Mikkel. Brother, you are crushing it. That video got into basically the theme of of all the blockchain projects and all the things that you can look at as a beginning investor in this space. I don't think there's a clearer vision of what this particular blockchain and what this particular company wanted to do with it, and the data and the research and the Venn diagrams and the connections of what you can find for XRP. It's crazy. And so the Bloomberg guys are running off about, it's only really being used by some bank in Mexico, and, for a couple $1,000s here, a couple $1,000s there, yada, yada. Let me get into what Zach was saying about it. Thank you for turning me onto this, Zach. We got $800 million in locked-in contracts in 3 months. I wrote down since May 19th. The demand for these spot ETFs in 3 months is going to be the fastest growing contract that has ever been put on the CME. I mean, I'm researching, I'm getting into it, guys. Like, I'm kind of in the middle of it. Like, that's where this is going. That's just one That's just one little trinket, one little special thing. These guys are like, oh, the banks aren't using it. They're just testing it. Yeah, they're testing it because you don't want to just throw something into the wild to have it take care of all the global banking of the world. Like, might need it to work. And you can tell from listening to people at Ripple that it's also a timing thing. Everything's timing. It's like, oh man, I really want to ask this girl out right now. And so you just run out there. She doesn't even know you, right? And you're like, hey, I just really want to come and talk to you. And hey, you want to go out sometime? And she's like, dude, you need to lay off the yerba mate. And like, I don't think so, So the timing of this and the adoption coming from like November to January is so bullish, guys. If you guys are super bullish on something specific today, please leave it in the comments in the chat. I'm just going to start making a giant list of all this stuff. I know Sean has, and he's constantly feeding me one or two, or it's like, dude, are you looking at this? Dude, here, I'll send you the X link. I'm just going to make a giant list. And I think in the next month, it's just like, let's just start going over it. Let's start going over how it's written in the bills. Let's go over tracking of the spot ETFs. Yeah, price, but also how much like liquidity is pouring into it. The numbers is just so sick, you guys. So glad I have some of this stuff with you guys. So glad we talk about it. Of all the things for a person to start investing in, because I never really invested before this. I'm just kind of a crypto guy. A little bullish. I'm really bullish. I don't care that it's 281 right now. I'm more for Brent, more for you. Love it, Frankie. According to Zach Rector, the SEC wants to see 6 months of futures trading on the CME before ETFs get XRP approval. So the timeline is probably going to be November. Ooh, November. I love it. Love it. I think I had a little caffeine today, guys. Okay, let me get back into the chat here. Here's my amazing stepmother. Okay, for the Texas stops, it looks like they're going to be doing Dallas, Austin, and El Paso. I'm going to leave my personal email in here today for all of us. I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. You can get through to us if you guys want to reach out about the puppy. If you want to reach out to my parents while they're stopping through, you can also find our other email on our website. Please get a hold of us that way as well. The internet of value, bro. I'm going to, man. Love it. Pete, thank you for being here. And thank you for being my friend. Man, I'd really love to just end up in Tahoe someday and just help you like polish a boat. Like just work on one of those boats, dude. I still love boats, man. If there was yachts parked out at San Luis Bay in Morro Bay, I'd be working on yachts still. I got a little old man in me. Got a little bit of the old man in here. Please don't spam Brent. Yeah, please don't spam me. That is kind of my backdoor email, so I can kind of weed that one out. But this group deserves that. I really, there isn't a one of you I don't want to talk to on the phone. You guys are loved by this human. That's what I'm here to do. What up, Simon Says Crypto? Hey, DJ Simon Says, crushed last week, man. Filled in admirably. And just telling everybody I always learn from you, dude. While Simon's in, let's do some let's do some cool inspirational here. Let's go full B-man here. I start watching this show. I'm really into mental, physical, spiritual health. I started watching this show called Limitless. It's with Chris Hemsworth, and they did it kind of documentary style of him just biting off these huge new things that he's never done before, like learning a song on the drums and then going and playing in an Ed Sheeran concert, climbing up the wall of a dam that is like, it's like 540 feet or something. It was insane. The whole point of that is to say, taking on something new, it doesn't matter if it's like, oh dude, I've never used a trading bot before. I've never operated my own wallet, my own private wallet. And I don't want to screw up the transaction. All these things, we can hit a fear point and a doubt point. And yes, you can get people to come in and work with and help you. And that, as they're talking about in the show, that is a primer for the brain. People can actually take on more pain and channel fear better when they're around their loved ones or when they're in a group. It's why humans can accomplish so much. It's because really we work together. An individual can do a lot themselves. And I think that was the point of the show, is like when you do have to go solo on something, take a breath in that fear state or doubt state, or I don't have enough money to do this. That's been one of my big excuses the last couple of years. It's okay, I don't have a lot of money to do this, but how do I get into this place where I do? And that just comes with changing a couple habits and being a little more responsible with how I spend, paying myself first, doing all those things that Simon has been just preaching at me to do. And it's showing up, bro. So thank you. Take a deep breath if you're coming up against something tough right now, guys. And when you feel a little more ready and there's a little less of that doubt screaming in your brain and or fear, push through it and try to be the right version of yourself. Try to, even if something looks like it's going to be a failure, how can you make that a success here and here? And if you can do that enough times and prime your brain to do that enough times, you will find success in everything. You will find things coming at you and opportunities, and it's just crazy. It's crazy to say it on here for 4 years and to be on here talking to people about it, but I don't think there's a more important thing in life, minus loving each other and being good to your family and friends. I think priming yourself to be successful, even in the wake of potential failure and doom and things, is going to make you so strong and so confident. And this is just, we talk about one really thing in here, and it's the majority of it is investing and what we're looking at with this particular, market and technology with blockchain. But, man, I'm here for you guys on everything. You got my email now, and I'll happily shoot you my phone number. Carmen and I just did that this week. So that's the kind of person that I am, and that's what I want to give. And that's what I will always have time for. Even if I'm studying for my real estate for 20 hours a week, or even if I have to cut out and be Uncle Brent, I will eventually get back to you. Right, Sean? Eventually. Yeah, thanks, Elizabeth. Appreciate it. Oh, dude, what up? Simon, do you want on? Do you want on? Let me know, bro. Text me your email. That extends to others as well. If anybody else wants to jump in the future, we're going to do a quick show today. I really wanted to just kind of come back and help us focus on that. Like, I really want us to make this list, guys. This is list A. What do you guys want to do in your life? How do you want to do it? Do you want to get a new car and go with your spouse and deliver puppies across the United States? Do you want to be a family man and a friend to, the people in your life and just have a lot of time for that? What is it you guys want to do? Make that list. List number 2, let's make the XRP list. Let's just deep dive everything. I'm going to get with Sean on that and really just deep dive into what is happening so that we have a good look at what's coming at the future. Fishing with Camo Joe. What's up, bro? Thank you for the eyes. Bobby G, what up? Preach it, baby. Oh, I'll preach it all day, brother. It's Sunday. Yeah, we're gonna do a quick one too. All the people I reached out to guest beforehand, they've got stuff going on, which is great. I needed some solo time with you guys. I used to do solo videos on this show, but not enough lately. And I do need to be a bigger part of it because I know we all care about each other. And I want to be a bigger part of helping my dad make content just so he stays in that fun space, in that confident space. And I always like to prime that for him. Tell my old man how good a job he's doing, and what he wants to do with the show. And it's he and I've, just being who we are, have had to push through some things. But it was just always a yes to him because he had a vision for what this thing should be for all of us and the topic that we chose. And super proud of my dad. Like, I know I say that a lot, but, if you're super proud of your parents, man, go tell them. Go sing it on the internet. He did? No, he did not, Elizabeth. Yeah, don't worry about it. I would love to have Simon on. But this is a B-Man show. This is how we do. Live a life you love no matter what. Gets into the limitless stuff. It gets into why we're investing in crypto. I really see this thing working out for us, guys. I think if we're patient over the next 2 years, we're gonna be those people. We're gonna be those people that have kind of excess cash to help our loved ones to do the things that we want to do. That's why I'm asking you to make the list. All right, let's pop brother Simon in here. I know you guys are probably tired of my yammering, but I love you. I love you. All right. Let's get the Deej in here. Okay, sorry for the pause, guys. We'll be right with you. I'm going to go in. I'm going to read that CME article I just read too. Really cool stuff on the future of crypto for that market. We definitely got to get to that. Simon. Almost read Simon's email out loud. I won't do that to you, bro. I'll just do that to myself. Okay, link sent to my brother. Okay. Yeah. Much love, chat. I saw my friend Brittany in here. We've been chatting and Zooming. Brittany, if you're still in here, we got to make some Patreon videos. I really want to ham it up with you and show you off to the crew. Brittany has just become such a great friend, and love you, girl. Here he is. Let's go. Brother, man.
What's good, dude?
You were in high demand.
I saw that.
Bring him
I'm like, free Simon Says. Free Simon Says.
We don't want to listen to Junior ramble on again.
No, dude, you're hitting it. I'm glad you're touching on the new stuff.
Oh yeah. No, it's all love.
It's a good topic. It's a real good topic, man. Something that we can easily forget is to remember that state of mind when we're doing something new, and it can take a lot of strength depending on the new task in front of you. It can take a lot, but if you're aware of that's what's going on, right? Like, am I scared, or why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? Why is it so hard for me to start doing this? Man, that's the perfect inside job to be, the perfect time to go within and go, well, wait a minute. Why am I not doing this? What's going on here, right? Before you scale up a really big wall that's a dam and, you're 500 feet above something. But, yeah, that's good. What's good with you?
Man, everything's good, bro. I forget that from time to time.
Yes.
As much as I've tried to refine who I am as a person day to day, I still get tripped. I still get hung up. I still get stalled. But I'm realizing that's because I'm taking on more and more things, that are more and more outside of my scope that I've done the last 39 years. There goes Simon. But what the cool part of that is like, now I have a career that I've always wanted. I have this unbelievable community that I get to come in and talk to and be a part of. And the opportunities and investments and things that are already coming my way are just like blowing my mind. Like, really get to help me see a bright future that I've always wanted. And so it's really exciting to be in that spot in life. But it is always good to have the reminders as a person that, you can have one argument with somebody, or you can have one, bad thing go wrong at work, or you can something can happen and to almost derail you. And taking a breath or sleeping on it, man. I just sleep on it now. I'm like, let me say something super positive to myself before bed. And, whatever that problem was, let me just go on it, wake up, come back fresh. And man, 9 times out of 10, I'm able to just slice through it like I couldn't the day before.
It's amazing. It's amazing how that happens, though, right? Like yesterday, it was like you were dug in way too deep, and then you're like, why is this so easy today? I mean, thank you, it's so easy today. I like, woo-hoo. But yesterday, you're just like, what was really going on there? I usually say this, and that is to the
Hey Simon, your audio is a little rough, bro.
You with me?
Yeah, keep
is
going.
It? Yeah. Well, okay. Let me go somewhere else.
I personally don't care. I just want to see your face. Miss you.
Oh well, yeah. Well, it is the sticks, as they say. I'm just going to a different part of the parking lot right here. Nice. But I usually say now, if something was so hard yesterday for me to do, in that moment, I'll recognize and go, okay, apparently the universe doesn't want me to do this right now. So I'm not doing it.
Yep.
I'll take the heat for it. I'll take full accountability. But my spirit, my mental is like, no, dude, no, not right meow. Come back tomorrow. I promise it'll still be here waiting for you, you know. But then the
Right.
next day, it's like, bam, 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 bam. You know, it's really, really interesting, man. Very interesting.
I
Ah,
had a
there we go.
I made myself a promise, Simon,
Yeah.
years ago, and it was like a little kid. I'm 39 and a half now. Still just a big kid.
Yeah.
39 and a half now, but I promised myself when I turned 39 and a half that I was going to really jump on eating well, drinking less, exercising constantly, like I love to do, because that lends itself to my mind working better and me feeling more
Right.
confident and me doing all this limitless stuff, just being me.
Right.
It's such an
Right.
easy thing. And then when you start eating well again, you're like, oh, dude, I feel good all the time and I have more energy. And
100%.
that starts the momentum. Um, and the other thing, it was really the kicker was, okay, I made myself that promise, but I also promised myself that I was going to be successful. Now, that's a very big generalization of what
I was gonna say,
success
I was
means
getting
to
ready to go.
anybody. But
Can you clarify the
yeah,
measurement of successful for you?
yeah. I mean, really, it's a lot of what I've talked about on here for years. It's continuing to try to love and reach out to and maintain a community.
Hmm.
Uh, it's to support my dad in creating that community and
Hmm.
really kind of being a magnet for these opportunities for us.
Hmm.
You are a wonderful help to him in that as well, Simon. For
I
those
think all of us could agree. We love hanging out with your dad, dude. Any chance we get, we
Oh
just
yeah.
love him.
Oh dude, he's such a great hang. He's like my favorite hang of all
Right,
time.
100%. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and
That's
so
cool.
that is cool. And it's the success part of it to me is like, yeah, I want to get the mind, body, spirit right, but so that the person who I am, who I really believe is really good inside,
Hmm.
can can really extend out to other people, like whoever it is, moment to moment. Be smart, right? But be kind. Being kind and serving others and things like I, I go through so many times, even recently, Simon, where I'm like I'm overextended and
Ah,
like I had to go help my friends out last weekend, and it's like, dude,
uh,
I'm not gonna do my podcast. Like, yeah, but I kind of like I need to be Uncle Brent, like my friends never asked for my help. So it's like
right.
I gotta be there. Like I've built that. Brent built that friend family that I'm always going to
Sure,
have, you
sure.
know? And
Hmm.
so kind of I guess scheduling and figuring out how to really take care of things and give them the love that they need to have.
Yep, that's
Is probably my step to success that I'm seeking, you know,
yeah,
that I promised myself I would commit to. It could be that
well,
simple, scheduling.
you know, scheduling, yes. And so let's talk scheduling there because I mean,
Mhm.
I know you enough to know this.
Yeah.
Uh, because I have a wife that is arguably just like you in the spiritual nature of things. Um,
Mhm.
and that is she will overextend herself. Sorry, baby, if you're watching. I'm putting a little bit of your stuff out on Front Street, but it's for the good of the world. I'm telling you this right now. So she would always say that my cup's empty, right? And then for a long time I didn't know what was up. What's up, Solar Sam? Um, but I was like, okay, but that's what you do, right? You go until your cup's empty. She's like, well, yeah. I'm like, okay. So why don't you just manage the cup? And it's not so much for the other people; it's more for you. So if you have this resource that arguably is in abundance, but eventually your cup runs out and then you need to recharge and whatever, which is good,
Mhm.
then you have to make peace with the amount that you're able to give and say, I got to give. I showed up today for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. The time is irrelevant. Delete that part of the equation and go, I was able to do this for this person. And in reality, that's what I wanted to do. So I really did it for me, not for them. And she's like, well, no, I'm helping people. I said, I know that, but you're doing that because you like to do that, right? She goes, yeah. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, so it's for you, not for them. And she goes, oh, yeah, I can
Yes.
kind of, I mean, it was just like that little piece, but then she started being able to manage how much that she would give and finally kind of stop and smell the roses and go, hey, I got to give today. Would I've loved to do an hour? Oh, 100%. No doubt. But I got to do 30 minutes. And I'm so good with that because next time they might get the hour and a half where this other thing gets 30 minutes. And so I encourage you to, when you're looking at scheduling,
Mhm.
as opposed to the amount of time that you're giving to that one thing or those few things, which some will require more than others at times, but just the fact that they made it on your schedule to begin with is a blessing. 110%, man. I have found that if I delete things in my life, variables like time, it's like, no, no, no. Time is irrelevant. I'm here to do a thing for as long as I can, and the time is as long as I can. Okay, so what? I got to, oh, honk honk. Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Hey!
they, they get it. They know, I love a calendar, but a calendar is key. I mean, you and I have talked about a calendar. In fact, I know you probably have a calendar that has to do with your financials, which I know that helps out so many people. You can literally take that same thing, apply it, and go, okay, like your list you were talking about, writing down lists, which I
Mhm.
think lists are great. So include on the list or your calendar. Friends times, so your friends or your close circle, your community time, right? That's a bigger circle, right? Of individuals, people, your business, right? Which is pretty closely associated to your community, at least in this realm. Like crypto is business, but not business. But I mean, there's transactions all the time, whether that's
Right.
money, services, help, etc. That's a transaction. So So if you're able to account for what type of each thing is, you'd be able to kind of divide your time a little bit more in a manageable way to where I at least give my baseline is I give at least 1 hour to my friends. I give 2 hours to my community and I give 3 hours or 3 hours to my business or businesses, you know, a week just to start, see how it goes, see where you end up.
Yep.
Because unfortunately life, the bigger circle is totally going to take whatever else is available, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
okay. You're studying your butt off. You got 20 hours a week. That was a opportunity, made a choice. I want to do it, but now you have to account for that time and go, okay, that means that limits everything else, that
Yep.
ate up into everybody else's time budget that I was willing to give. So, but everybody is still on the calendar, and now you're still able to rock it. So, if you can focus on just that part, that you are participating, getting people on the calendar, or friends, or groups, or etc., you're gonna find you're gonna be able to manage that a lot better. Just like your 10% first, and other
Yeah.
things that I'm not going to talk about that we've talked about in private. By the way, you're crushing it, dude. I know you are. I'm so happy. Like I share your story without sharing your name with other people that are doing it now too. So, dude, you're crushing it. I love it. It's so
Love
fun
you.
to watch.
Love you, bro. You man, you're such a blessing to me, dude. Um, such a blessing. Every time we've gotten to talk, man. It's uh
100%, bro.
it's always welcome, and it's so fun with us. It doesn't matter what it is. Um,
No, it doesn't.
there's stuff like man, I got crypto questions for you, bro. I got life questions. Like, how are you? How are you doing? How's Simon?
Uh, I'm rebuilding.
Okay.
I'm rebuilding a lot. So the world that I live in, the world that we live in, that I also live in. Okay, the physical. So
Yeah.
in my area, economically, I saw the writing on the wall that my day job industry is going to slow. It has immensely.
Mhm.
Um, Recently, Universe was working for, well, Universe always working for me, but I had opportunity to go back to a new company, but at an old company's shop. They just changed. Someone bought it. New company, new outfit, but same crew. The crew I got to start with, like all the people I originally got to start with in my trade. So they had a little bit of work for me. And they said we might be able to make it through a certain time period, which I didn't. But then October, we're up and running again. So that's actually a pretty big variable because I have to fill the gaps. Yeah, yeah. What's up, Solar Sam? Love you, brother.
Love you,
Probably
bro.
one of the most uh, gentle-hearted individuals that I've met, at least in Florida. And I'm not saying other people that I know that are in Florida. I've met you too, but Sammy's heart's just a little bit different
Yeah,
on the love factor, man. He's
I
got
love
the he's
him.
got the he's his gentleness is it's a different kind of gentleness, man. It's like a snuggie.
It's
Um,
it is. It's a really
yeah,
good
well,
one.
I mean, okay, a snuggie is a little different, but when you
Uh-huh.
put it on, you're like, okay, I'll look like a druid for an hour. I'm good. But so so I'm rebuilding, and I've
Mhm.
rebuilt multiple times in my life, but this time, this cycle, it's different for me because I'm very much aware of my cycles. I'm very much aware of things that would frustrate me. You mentioned earlier today in the show about just a minute ago about one thing that can throw you off for the day that can derail you,
Mhm.
right? I'm noticing those things at a bigger scale that can derail me for months,
Mhm.
mentally and spiritually. And now I'm going to miss all the opportunities. Now I'm going to, I won't be able to take advantage, rather not miss. I'm just not going to take advantage. So I'm rebuilding, and my picture of how this world actually really works, at least for me, for me, I always have to have a stream of money. Okay, and I'm not being greedy here when I say that. It's it, it's imperative to my growth and for the things that I want to do here, that I need to do here, that I chose to do here, right on this planet. Um, I have to have a flow of funds constantly, constantly. Here's what I mean by that.
Mhm.
Are you getting paid today, by the way? Let me just ask that. Are you getting paid at all?
I got paid Friday.
Okay, cool. But you didn't do work Saturday or Sunday, correct?
If we consider this work, which is
Well, okay, paid work, right? So you got
yeah,
so the flow of money. So you went to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right?
yes, sir.
Okay, so because you produced, now there's money flowing to you those days, right? From those
Mhm.
days. Okay, so Saturday and Sunday, no flow to you. Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you would agree that there's also outflows. Had to get up, got the orange juice from the fridge that you spent money on. There goes cash flow. Got in the car, drove to work, 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, whatever. There goes outflow. Got to drive back. There goes outflow. Had to pay the bills. There went outflow. But you
Taxes,
have, yeah, constant out.
Costco,
Costco, yeah, totally. Those
Costco
are all
got
outflows,
me.
but
It got
but
my
you're off,
wallet.
right? But your offset to that is the work you do. But on
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, I don't know if you do. I have no offset. And I realized that I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I am I am spending and not getting. The other days I'm doing both. I'm spending and getting, or getting and spending, right? But
Mhm.
but Saturday and Sunday or any other day off that I have is an outflow. And so really recognizing again the system that I live in, it's like, okay, I need an inflow. I don't care how much it is, but I need an inflow those 2 days. And so Me thinking creative, I was thinking about, okay, what could I do? Let's just keep it simple. If I made an extra $50 those 2 days, what would that look like? And I did the math. I'm like, hey, wow, actually, that's pretty dang good. $100 times 52 weeks is $5,200. Turns out that's my dividend paying whole life insurance policy right there. I was like, oh, that's great. Tell me more. So I said, okay, how about for the every day of the week? If I was able to make $50 a day, 7 days a week, how much would that be? That's $18,000. $18,000. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do that. How? Multiple ways, haven't figured it out, but the goal is to $50 a day while I'm doing the day job. Now I'm not doing the day job. You can see me, I'm in my mobile office here, right? Which gives me opportunities to do other things, but most of them are irons in the fire. A lot of irons in the fire. So that's good, but no inflows yet. Delayed gratification on a lot of those, which I'm okay with. But at some point I know I have to stop that. I got to get inflows coming in constantly, but it's been, I say all that in that example, that's a part of the rebuilding. It's not just rebuilding to get back where I was. I don't want to be exactly where I was. I did like the inflows of money. I did love, the bags of cryptos that I've had years over years.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw some holes in the ship, and I'm like, okay, uh, good first run. Let's pay attention to these holes here. Because honestly, I didn't see them. I thought just a little water in the boat was no biggie. But since that first, yeah, just that's fine. It's raining outside.
Because you're $5,200.
Right. There's my $5,200, right? But
Uh-huh.
right, so it was like, okay, how can I get creative without sitting there thinking, hey, I need a big job. Oh, I need to do a big business deal. Because it's easy for me to get kind of lost in that sauce. I'm like, let's just keep it simple. $50 a day. Where's it coming from? Go do it. Um, I've also got new tools this rebuilding process as opposed to the last time. A lot of good thought processes. I know I've shared with you the 4-week rule. There's the payers 10% pay yourself worse first.
Mm-hmm.
Worst. There's we all know I know you got the book right there next to you. There's the becoming your own baker. Whether you need whether you have a policy or not, there's ways to implement that, right? That's it. I love it. Look at that, man. You got way
Yes.
more notes than I do.
Dude, I have to. I'm not as smart
Yeah,
as you
no,
are.
it's good. It's good. It's good. It's really good. But see,
Yeah,
that's just another tool,
it's a great book.
that changes your thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in a rebuilding, but it's not rebuilding to get where I was. It's just rebuilding and then a continuation of building in the direction that I want to go. And in order to do that, I recognize one of these hard truths. And honestly, it made me mad for about an hour. I was looking at my mortgage statement, and I was kind of going over some infinite banking uh, processes that Nelson talks about. Go see how much money you're spending on interest. So I decided, hey, it's been a while since I do that. Let's look at that. And I looked at that and I saw that. I was like, okay, now I'm angry. But I realized in that moment, in order for us to have a good defense, we have to stay on offense. We have to have that flow of money, that cash flow coming to us one way or the other. That is our best defense because if we stop doing that and the flow of money stops, then it only takes one wave from the outside world to just get us too much water in our boat, and now we're starting to sink. Now we got major issues, right? And
Yeah.
we've all experienced that in our own way. But that's what I have, man. That's my awareness is
Woo.
is and I'm so grateful for it. I really am.
And
I mean, your awareness.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, you're cooking, bro. It's like you're talking about irons in the fire, and also kind of calculated risk. It's like if you're not,
Yes.
you can really get stuck in the rat race. Like you can really get stuck in it.
100%.
I'm stuck in it, but I'm trying to do the irons outside the fire and pump up and make the connections too, where it's like, yeah, I want to do this with you guys. Okay, yes, that's an opportunity. Okay, yeah, I'm going to try to have the money for that. Like, yeah. So continuing to take those risks and take them in a way, in a conservative enough way that you're not sitting around even 1 or 2% afraid of the failure of it. But it's like, well, if I'm patient enough, can I either get my money back or can I do something really special with this down the road? And that's something I feel like you and I have a lot of that going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of really cool things that are brewing. And
some of the irons in the fire are so cool.
bro, they're so cool. And to just be able to take the breath right now while we're up on the climbing wall, we're still not up there yet, maybe where we'd quite like to be, having that streaming income coming in and having the freedom to break it down. It's like, I really got to have my 3 hours for my business this week. I really got to have, my 2 hours for family and the hour for friends. Like when we're kind of stuck right there up on the wall, it's like, man, I'm going to take that breath and just enjoy it now. I have I think a lot of it is I've allowed myself to kind of stress out on maybe a juggling, but I'm realizing that I can juggle. Not only can I juggle in real life, Simon, but I'm pretty good at it. Like I'm better at being busy than I am when I'm not busy. Like when I'm not busy, there's like a glass of wine in my hand and I'm, looking for a beach somewhere, which is not a bad thing. But it's not taking care of that 3 hours that needs to be into my business here or to, my real estate exam or to my career or to my friends. So appreciating that it's all going on and it's in the fire, and I do have so much support and I have so many people that care about me. Is like, dude, so winning.
Yes.
And it's so easy to promote you on all of this, bro, because I really feel like you're the right soul to do this kind of thing that we're doing. And I see it on your shows with Melissa. Every time I catch one, you got the sauce, dude. You are such an amazing host.
I appreciate it, man.
And to see how you rallied last week on Sunday on late notice and kept that going. It was the guy I saw in Vegas who made that whole thing, in my opinion, happen. In my opinion,
he was definitely in the studio that day. Vegas Simon showed up and said, "I got this. Get out of my way."
There was nobody more valuable on our team than Simon was on the Vegas weekend. Like, you can argue with me about that all day. Like anybody who was there, it was you, bro. And even if you could only do a half an hour here and there, it's like, oh no, Simon's showing up. Like if Simon can only do a half an hour on the show today, I know my brother's showing up, dude. And that's honestly, I want to be that guy all the time too. And
so it's
doing it my
own
way, which I
that's right. There you go. Yes. There you go. Yeah.
And it's fun, dude. I love this life, man. I love the opportunity to get to come back to Earth and do this thing, man. This place is heaven to me.
100%.
We like, dude, to get to know people like you and to just get to communicate. And, it wasn't as fun, on here until you came on today. It was like, I need my people, man. I
No, I
want
get
my
it.
people in my
100%.
life.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
thank you,
hard
bro.
to, it can be challenging to just be you in the camera sometimes when you're live. When
Sure.
you're doing a cameo, it can be easy. But when I know for the dip of toe, there or even my own channel when I've done lives, as soon as I see one comment in the chat, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
It like that's the match that really kind of gets me going in some ways. And I want to circle back around to your when you don't have anything going on and you got the glass of wine and you're looking for a beach. So
Mhm.
that actually is going to be a reoccurrence, I think, with all of us. That if we're able to just show a little light on it now, like you just did just now for us.
Yeah.
So when we're at that point when we're crypto rich, so to speak, right? We're taking profits, right? We're reclaiming our time. In that process of reclaiming time, there will be initial moments where it'll be like a vacation for us. First 2 weeks, great, did great, wonderful things. Okay, well you've reclaimed so much time through taking profits and maybe even putting it to work, but now you have all this free time that you haven't allocated to other things. And B man, like what you were kind of alluding to, I'm going to allude to it now directly. And idle hands is the devil's playground.
Oh yeah.
That's where I actually really failed in my journey. Not failed. That's where I noticed the fails. Right when I didn't know exactly what I should be doing or where I should be going. I didn't allocate time to a thing, or I didn't give my time purpose. Like I know you and I talk about, hey, bro, if you give your money purpose, if you give it a job, it's going to go to the job, right? So
Yep.
be thinking, because I'm definitely thinking about how can I allocate time or give time purpose to when I all of a sudden, like this for me, I have a light switch moment, and it's not going to be a light switch, but it's going to be over the course of a couple months. I went from all my time was allocated to now I have an abundance of time that I need to allocate, or that I should be allocating. And so that's going to take another practice. I'm going to have to, okay, how much time do I actually really have thinking short term, next 30 days? What do I got? Or let's go midterm. Hey, the next couple of years, do I have 2 years off of where I don't have to do my old lifestyle, get up, go to work, 40 hours a week, blah, blah, right? Most of us are used to that at some level. Or even if we have a business, you can finally put so-and-so in charge now. Okay, there you go. Well, what are you going to do? I'm going to go see the country. It's like, cool. What else are you going to do? Because
Yeah.
just be thinking about it. Have it in the back of your minds, and if you're able to do that, because it's worked for me when I give my time purpose like I give my money purpose, things run better. Even in the worst storms, things just run very well. And so a lot of us here, I know on this channel, uh, and through the XRP community, we are all of a sudden going to have an abundance of time that we probably have never had at one moment or another. So it's a beautiful problem to have, a very beautiful problem, a
Yes.
very beautiful blessing to have, to where, okay, I'm going to allocate some of this time to discovery. Discovery what? Well, discover what I should do with my time, as in what I'm willing to give my time. B man, you're a very giving man. You might be like, I want to do this charity, I want to do this, I want to do that. Cool, write those down. And then start off with just allocating DCA your time, dollar cost average, into your new ventures. right? Hey, I'm going to do an hour at this charity if that's your biz. I'm going to do an hour of of soup and blankets for the homeless. Whatever. Whatever you would like to do, right? Whatever your next
Yeah.
ventures are, DCA into that. See how it goes. Do you like it? Is it a good fit for you? Is it not? If it's not, what's your backup time allocation? Same mechanics. We're just throwing a different ball. It's not dollars anymore. It's time. Even though dollars are a representation of time and blah blah blah. But I'm not going to go down that road. I'll say that
Nice.
for your dad.
Yeah, there you go.
You can do that, bro.
Yeah, dude, Alan had a little shout out here. What's up, Dad? Got the B man and Simon.
Who needs the captain?
Yeah, I love you guys. Crushing. We always need the
Thanks,
captain.
Captain.
We always need.
Always need the captain.
What, the captain's not on board right now? What's going on with the ship?
Hopefully we have an autopilot button.
Yeah, you gotta get away. And what's so cool about watching you and Zip last week, dude, was I don't know if you caught this part, but I've already been talking about that and trying to throw it out to people, and I'm trying to reach out more to Brittany and to Landon and to Sean, and obviously like you are always welcome here, but it's like, how can we bring people in here that really want to sit down and cook on whatever it is, maybe why they're passionate about the channel, maybe why they're passionate about crypto, maybe something that they've been going through, like what we're talking about, to where it's like, this is how I want to start looking at my present, my future, so that I can plan this. And hey, here's some tools for you to use.
Here's an idea.
I'm always welcome to listen and really let people open up on that kind of stuff. And I've always gained from that. Always. Not to mention giving the crew and
idea,
and people who want to be on here the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So
and there you go, right there. That's it. Give them the opportunity. I would say take a page out of the Dipito playbook. Melissa, if you're watching, I know she'd be like, dude, that's a great idea for this channel. So Melissa, and her genius ways, she's awesome. I love Melissa. I really do. It's so happy to see her just shoot up like a rocket ship, man. She's killing it. She has the faces of crypto on the Dipito show, right? So it's people within the XR community that are just, average, nothing big about them, but everything big about them, right? It's not their name on neon lights. It's pulling from the crowd, which, by the way, is the real neon lights, right? The party is really in the crowd. It's not so much this camera or that camera, right? Not saying that me and B-Man or Alan are any less or any greater, Right. So my idea to you, B-Man, is to have faces of the crew, and you bring people from the crew onto the show, once a month or something, or once every 2 months, and just, let them talk it out.
Yeah.
About whatever. Dude, it was great to get on with Zip, man. That was cool. I've had private conversations with Zip, going IBC days and all that, man. And it's so wonderful to sit down with like-minded individuals, especially live, man. If you're not following Zip's tips, like, really definitely get out there and do that, man. High quality stuff right there. High quality stuff.
And it just couldn't be a nicer guy. Like, I get such a good vibe from him every time I've ever talked to the guy.
100%.
So man, thank you for being our friend and on the channel, bro. And we look forward to supporting your channel. Yeah, you and Melissa, bro, have in my opinion, no one's done a better job in this crypto space. Bringing on guests and featuring.
All credit goes to her.
And
all credit goes to her, man. She is the one.
I love you, Melissa. Like, huge credit right now. it also lends to a greater diversity in topics that you guys touch on. And it feels like every Wednesday is something just like another big chunk of like this whole other angle to look at. You know, have you looked at the new projects being built on the XRP ledger? Have you looked at, you know, the new events? Have you looked at these guys are doing this? I'm really glad that you do that for us in this space. So,
Well, I appreciate that, Melissa. And it's all Melissa, man. She's the one doing it.
Always got a little love to give for the dip and toe show. That's my best, Melissa. Dude, it was so fun talking to her in Vegas. We finally got to just sit and have like a big powwow. And man, love you, girl. Post Zip's
she in the chat?
Man, I wish I had the link. Zip, if you're in here, will you post the link to your channel? It should be quicker on the draw with that kind of stuff.
Who's in here?
But I'm a dinosaur. Just the link to Zip's Tips. Yeah, just check it out on YouTube. Go to Zip's Tips, and you will find him. It's got a little jar. The logo. What are you doing the rest of this Labor Day weekend, Simon? I want to kind of get us out of here early. I know a lot of people got
okay. So I'm chasing dollar bills, as our buddy JV and I like to say. Tokenization project, a few other deals on the books, canning some peaches, putting my smoked salmon into cream cheese and eating it because I smoked some salmon over the week. So little salty, but that's all right. Yeah. It was still good. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing, man. Go. How about you, brother? What you got? What's the last leg of the next 24?
Today, I've been house sitting. So I'm home and I can kind of clean and figure out my life, my physical life. Food. I bought my favorite like chicken tender things. They're like bites. And I bought the like legit like Popeyes blackened ranch sauce. And I'm just gonna, you know, and you got that, I got the red hot like wings edition sauce.
Yeah. Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah, it's red hot. It's just gonna be like a wings thing happening at some point today. But dude, huge workout kick. I'm on a huge studying kick, as I've told you guys about now. So I'm gonna just like Brother Simon, I'm gonna commit some hours to my success and to making some more sustainable income for myself down the road. And
do it, baby.
It's so cool,
man. I'm telling you, it's gonna add up. You're gonna be like, dang, it worked.
Dude, yeah, I'm like, now what I got too much. What do I do? I can see that coming. I can see what do I do coming. But there's real quick. There's something. What you were talking about earlier, Simon, is I finally hit that age and that point where I was like, oh, dude. Like when I just went to my most recent job, I was like, I'm gonna start over again. I got like almost like an old man, dude. I was just like, I'm tired. Like I've been working since I was 14 years old. Like, what am I doing? You know, I'm starting a new job at 39. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
But it was a tremendous move. It was excellent. Crushing it. And they love and support me and are giving me great opportunities. So it was the right move. But it also reminded me, it was like, oh no, you of anybody that you know, Brent, you can start over. You can you can reset. You can do a rebuild right now, and that might happen again in 5-10 years. But I really love the theme and what we were getting at, bro, which is like having a little bit of a plan, having a little bit of a list, of like, these are the things that I feel like I'd like to do, but don't be afraid to write down some of those specifics and get into the detail, really, and visualize those things. Like, is that what I see myself doing in this physical realm? Is this worth me saving for? Is this worth? And then if you can find those things, it'll motivate saving. It'll motivate the drive to go get your stuff taken care of. It'll be a circle, and that circle, the more momentum you get going.
Yep.
That's all I'm trying to do right now. That's it.
Dude. Okay, I'll keep this short because I know you wanted to do it early. An early bird. So I've noticed in one of my Achilles heels is when I do exactly what you just said. I'm starting over again, right? Okay, so that's an easy thing to do. So for me, I look at it and go, okay, no, I'm not starting over again. I'm taking another school. I'm going and getting another skill. That's what I'm doing here. I'm supposed to it's time for me to go here to get more of what I couldn't get before. Or if it's your situation, new opportunity, you're helping people. You needed that. You needed that on a daily basis, and you needed to get paid for it. Cool. The universe answered that. Now, new opportunity, real estate. I mean, dude, just the information you were able to share with me and another brother. Just some just quick insight, information that you've learned thus far. That was gems, huge gems. I wouldn't have known any of that if it wasn't for you, and neither would have our other brother from another mother. And so here you are. You're. It's not you're starting over. You're going and getting a whole other skill set while you're filling your cup, while you're getting more money. Hello, that's the universe giving you the play. Yeah, man, it's good stuff.
1,000% to what you just said. That's exactly 100%. It.
Yep.
That's exactly it. And everybody else, if you feel like you're in a reset or restart, you want to talk about it, man, hit me up. Hit your brother up.
You should just drop your phone number in there.
It'll spit. I should not, Simon. I should
not. Sorry, man.
I won't get any of the list done if I do that.
Right, 100%.
I love people too much. So I'll be calling y'all all the time, and more. You'll be calling me, and which I do want. I do want. It's cool that I've gotten to talk on the phone with. 15 people or so, I would say, from today. Oh, there goes Simon. Man, so glad to have him on. Let's get our brother back. Let's get our brother back. There he is.
Sorry about that. I was trying to watch the comments and stuff, and it whatever. Don't touch the phone.
Hey, here we go. We got some beautiful stuff. Man, I love you all. If the Staple Crew was a crypto, I'd be hammering the buy button. Bro.
We can make that happen. Get your crew coin.
Crew coin could legit happen.
Oh, easily, man. That's good.
Yeah. I think if I was to, it's tough because I know I don't think I should try to be a coder on top of everything else I'm trying to do, Simon. But I would want to be the one that started it and did it, because
there's plug-in.
I'm not trying to screw anybody else over.
No, there's you know what? One day I'll share with you what I'm doing, because I'm in the same thought as you, right? I need to know what's going on, because I'm about to offer this coin to people, and they're going to buy it as a component of their life. So, do I have a responsibility to them? Someone say yes, someone just say no. I'm going to say yes, at least at a level of going, you know, this is not a rug. We're still working things out, but this is a benefit to you. It's a benefit to this other entity in business, and it's a benefit to me. So, in order to ensure that that happens all the time, then yes, I do have to be at some level in the driving seat. Thankfully, within the XRP space and other on other chains as well, there is a vast of real good people, morally and ethically good. And I found a few, through the network of the XRP community and others, and so I now finally have the confidence of going, this is the path. We're gonna get what they say we're gonna get, and be able to do what we're gonna say we're gonna do. So we have a good footing of achieving our good for everybody, as far as the deal goes. And I think, for me, like you, that's a responsibility that we take upon ourselves. That we go, no, I want to make sure this is legit for these people. I don't care about I don't care about me. I'm good, right? But I want to make sure that these people are good, because that's who I'm offering it to. I want to make sure they're good. So, however I got to do that, let's go. But I'm not going to do it at the risk of these people, right? Yeah. So, yeah. By the way, these people are the community.
Yeah. Once upon a time, you and I decided to make YouTube channels, and the topic was this, so we could hopefully just kind of, here you go, and we can have that foothold together.
100%.
And it's so cool to not only have some of it, but then you guys have some of it, and it's like I'm watching this Bloomberg, show today, Simon, and I'm just like, oh my god, like they still don't get it, or it's even worse, is they get it, and they're still just sitting there trying to poo-poo it to the public who still watches news and other things like that. No offense. It we can trade it amongst ourselves right now. I could send you guys XRP right now. Like, what is that worth to you?
Yep.
And that is so lost in these economists, bro. That was the only thing. That was the only thing that miffed me today, dude. Everything else is like, going great.
I have my for my personal self, when I hear stuff like that you're talking about, I laugh. I'm like, you guys don't know. If you do, I'm still laughing at you, because karma's gonna come around, and karma's gonna break out its spiritual Louisville slugger and go right across your forehead. And I'm so glad it's not me. So, okay, maybe.
I'm so glad that I don't have a YouTube channel, and my dad and I are talking like that. Like, could you like?
And then the 100%.
Karma baseball bat. That Karma baseball bat's coming at you. No, thank you.
Oh, I've been I think we've all been the recipient of that a few times in our lives, right? So, that's why I laugh. It's kind of like, well, you definitely had that coming. So, and we're just on the other end of that, of going, no, that's two people. Like, there's two people here having a discussion. They're reaching masses. Right now live, we're reaching masses. What does that say? I think XRP community is the most genuine in all crypto. I would say yes to that. They're one of the most genuine groups in the digital asset space. Frankie, By the way, shout out to Frankie Sanchez out there. Is that right?
Love Frankie
Yep.
Sanchez.
Frankie. Frankie, good advice. I will make sure to smash the like and not the exit button.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Atlantic, peace,
That was
brother.
hilarious.
Peace.
Who's it? Oh, Landon.
Atlantic's has to dip out. You guys
Oh, okay. Have a
inspire
good
me.
one. Enjoy.
Oh man, listen to you guys while I'm on my 5-kilometer jog treadmill session off to Sunday evening mass. Cheers, all.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, brother.
Drink water. Don't pass out, Atlantic.
Yeah.
You know, it's
we love you, Frankie. I absolutely love seeing your comments. And I see your personality come through. And you're somebody I'd love to talk to for sure.
Let's see. Why has there been so much fun against XRP on X lately? I'm reading yeah, that's it. Let me zoom back in here.
Have always seen one, but lately,
you know,
stop.
Okay, so
what do you think?
Okay,
Simon?
so I'm gonna give you my speculation on why. B-Man, you let me know if this resonates with you or not, or what you got there, because I think we should address this, right? Because on individualistic level, I too get on the X and I notice there's negativity to one coin or things or etc. So I'm going to look at it like this, and I've done this because in the digital asset space, coming from an investor's perspective, if they're throwing mud on the wall, so to speak, or if they're throwing mud or FUD in this case, and there seems to be a lot of it, then in my opinion, something is about to take place. Now, I'm not saying that's price appreciation, or price go up, wind, moon, anything like that. I just noticed that when there seems to be a lot of mudslinging going on a crypto, or it's not doing this, or it's not doing that, etc., I relate it to it's always the darkest before the light. Okay, and that's my own personal perspective. At the moment I was ready to quit, universe showed up like a good neighbor. Universe is there. Like it. That's how it works. I know, right? So I look at the FUD, right? I look at the FUD and I go, something cool is about to happen with XRP. I would also attribute it to time of year. A lot of us on social media platforms are reading things, even though we may have not validated that poster. The one that posted some information. We're reading, and when we read, we consume, and we can't unconsume it. We just have to file it away over in the trash bin mentally. So if you're seeing FUD or you're hearing FUD, I initially will walk away. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And it's not me being dismissive that there could have been some legitimacy there. It's like I really don't want the negativity. So I love positivity. So scroll. If I'm not seeing it, if I'm noticing a negative trend in everything I'm watching, except for maybe a select few, dude, X is off and I'm looking at other things. Like I'll go to LinkedIn. And that's actually been a great switch that I've done for me, because I'm seeing professionals in the traditional sense that are speaking from a perspective of value, use case, and no poo poo. And so I'm really digging that. I've been missing that in my life. So I will switch to another platform to go look those things up. Good stuff about XRP. How is it being talked about? Is it like it's at the bar? If you happen to have ever been in a bar, you know what I'm talking about. Or is it much like a barbecue, where it's like, man, that just sounds really good, and it's a good wholesome conversation, not just it's not going to do this, it might do that. You're wrong. They said this, they lied. It's like, well, that's their opinion or that's their thought. Like, it ain't mine. I'm not seeing what that person's putting down. So I think something, for me, if I was seeing what you're seeing there, all that
Mhm.
negative FUD, I would just go something. For me, I'd go, ooh, something was good's gonna happen, and I just need to keep my hand, sit on my hands, take the cotton out of my ears, and just enjoy the sounds and the view. You know, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts on that, B man?
I love what you said. Um, I think to get specific about like what I saw and my reaction,
Yeah.
I think a lot of it just didn't need to be said. That like that
Yep.
whole thing just could have they could have gone and talked about something else that they knew about.
Right.
But they kind of were just back and forthing, the same mud, catching
Yep.
it in their baseball gloves, and then their gloves all muddy, and then they're throwing it to the next guy. And the next guy's like, I don't even know what to do with this. I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat all the same crap
Right.
that I've
Right.
heard.
Right.
And it's like uh, all good, I really like to consume sports stuff. Like I just love sports for some reason. I love the theater. I love watching it. Um, but a lot of
That's why you're
shows,
eating wings.
yeah, right. A lot of sports shows will be almost the exact same thing. Like you can watch,
Yeah. Good
and
example.
that's what the
Good
news is
example.
too. And it's like the same. I just saw the same regurgitation about crypto that is so far below what all the rest of us understand about it. That I should just respond to it like Simon does and just laugh. Um, but I think,
It can be hard. It can be
yeah,
hard to do that
the part of it
initially. Yeah,
too that
for sure.
has always motivated me, bro, is like I think I'm a really good starting point person. Like when people don't know what crypto is, or they don't
Mm.
know how to get in, or
Mhm.
they're just maybe even curious about it. They're kind of in the middle. Um, that's where I want to be great in the future. That's where I want to be like, here's these 5 things. I want you to go look up, decentralization, open source ledgers, fixed supply, and like maybe these 2 projects and like the news about them. Like that's all I want you to go look at, and then come talk to me about it. And you go do that. You go do the homework on it. See if the light bulb goes off for you, and then they might come back to you excited about it, or they might come back to you and be like, well, I don't get it, dude. Like what is this? Like what's the big picture? And then it's like, well, check out, see what my dad's talking about. Maybe you're more of a market person and you want to understand an even bigger picture, and that's your interest. But I'm still stuck in this guy who kind of fell in love with it like 5-6 years ago,
Mhm.
and like did the night school, and was like reading books and just trying to like hammer down the specifics of how blockchain works. Like I'm like a mechanic in it. I'm not Alan. My dad has a lifetime of trying to study markets and how they function and how they work together. And this
Systems.
particular this particular thing, like when the Bloomberg thing comes up, it's like, dude, that is not what I want new people to this space to be hearing. I think that's my frustration with it. Is
Uh
I'd rather they heard it
yeah.
from somebody like Simon, who's excited about it and who has skin in the game and isn't biased towards it in some way, or potentially lying about it even.
No, man. No,
That's
it's
that's where I just
yeah.
got a little twinge, but
You know,
it's time to laugh about it today.
so bigger step for you because this was a big step for me. And you're there now. You're 100% ready. You see something like that, Like, go back and watch. I mean, first, take deep breath, right? You're on the cliff, you're on the
Yeah.
wall, you're climbing. Hey, it's time to take a breath. But go back to it, listen to it again, and then if you don't want people to hear that, well, then be the voice that echoes the opposite, right? Of like, they're saying this. Well, first, let's just talk about what are they really saying? Because the way that they said that, I thought they were referencing this. Then they could have been, but I
Sure.
don't know 100%, right? So, just because it's like text messages. You ever get a text message from somebody? In my head, I send you a text message. I'm using a happy voice up here, but you don't hear that on the text message.
Right.
You only see, I'll be there in 5 minutes! Exclamation point. You could be your vibration could be lower. You're like, oh, now he's yelling at me. I'll be there in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
right? So we don't know. You know, is that Bloomberg individuals or that people on Bloomberg? Are they using their snooty TV voice because they're on TV? Do they always talk like that? You know, with
Well,
that tone? No, I'm just saying like examples, right? The bigger picture here, right? Not just
no,
that one situation.
I'm with you
So when you get
100%.
that,
They,
go back and analyze and go, okay, what is the one thing I don't like? Is it the delivery? Do I not like the delivery? Okay, yeah, sure.
well,
Because yeah, no, obviously it's right. But what, or
fine.
was it, or was it more? Which one is more? Is it the delivery on how they said, or is it more about what they said? Which one is the real one that I just don't really like? And then I'm gonna find a way to work on that second one that I just didn't like, but not as much as I didn't like the first one. So is your information wrong, or
Hmm.
are you telling me the information with a real crappy attitude? And you know what I mean? Like there's two different things that are kind of
Yeah.
going on there. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
and yet years past, it was kind of crappy attitude. I
Right.
wouldn't put this in that column. I thought they said some interesting, truthful things or that I perceived to be truthful in it.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and also, great exercise, Simon, because I also believe in practicing radical humility. And yes, I should go back and
Yeah.
reanalyze
Right on, man. Yeah.
why that triggered me, but I also needed,
Sure.
something to
No,
discuss.
you need to take a break.
Trigger,
Take the break. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but it was the nature of the topic
Mm-hmm.
and how they were discussing it, which
Mm-hmm.
has always been the underlining problem to me on
Mm-hmm.
on on news related stuff. But they're
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to they're trying to talk like Al and you, and it's just the same old, economic poo poo BS. It was like, wow, you're trying to take on the big picture, and you're clearly not up to date or researched, or they tried to corner it. They tried to corner it to a point where they're not appreciating what it actually is. And they did some of that.
Mm.
To be fair,
Okay.
they did some of
Mm-hmm.
it, but they also kind of wedged it into, a place where it's like, uh, get specific, man. Like, get specific.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's that. Too much.
if you're
Too
going to
much
talk
poo
about
poo on a
XRP,
general
oh,
thing sends the overall big picture wrong message. Right? It's like,
uh,
no, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Which part? We're talking about a pie. Well, which pie for starters? Full crust, top crust, bottom crust, no crust. You know.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And like, okay, full humility send now. Okay, full send. What's the kicker to all of it? They're talking about XRP and Ripple on freaking Bloomberg.
Hey, the fact that
There's
they're
no
talking
such
about it.
thing as bad publicity.
No,
There
yeah, exactly. I
isn't.
was just about to say, dude. I'm like,
There isn't. It's
yeah.
like, okay, well,
So,
at least the economists are talking about it now.
so
Better late than never, right?
question.
do you know what was this a snippet or did you watch like the full
Yeah, it was like a
episode?
7 minute. It was a 7 minute video.
Oh, okay. So it was like, all right. So definitely in those situations, I'll try to go back and find the full interview because I want to see what they were talking about before.
Yeah,
Because what they were
yeah.
talking about before set the tone for the next snippet that you saw. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So for even for me, it's really kind of incorporated to my research. Not that I'm going out of my way to look for that stuff, but it's like, nah, let me hear the full thing. Or like when a new law comes out and you see it on the news, oh, you can't do this.
Mhm.
What they forgot was the whole top and the whole bottom that says all the conditions and the reasoning why. But the news says, oh, you can't do this. People, we freak out. Naturally, it's okay. We're watching the news. We got a snippet of, we can't do this. If you meet this qualification, if you have this and this and this, it's like a whole medical side effect list of stuff on the law side. If you have this, you may experience this. Da, 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 da. But if they just did the snippet, Cialis is great. By the way, that's not a plug for Cialis, and I'm not talking always about Cialis. I'm just using it as an example. Right? Well, let's go watch the full advertisement and then read all the literature in between. So yeah, man, go back to it. Great example to go back to because what you heard, you didn't like it, but I would go see what they're talking about for the whole thing because a problem on social media goes back. This goes back to uh, Yanni. Um, this is how stuff can be literally taken out of context, thrown
Mhm.
on X, and it rubs people the wrong way. B man included on this example, right? So,
Yeah.
so if you're seeing FUD and they're presenting you with some information, um, go research that on your own. Don't click the link. And the reason why is because there's a lot of scammers out there. They're trying to bait you, right? It's
Mhm.
easy to get a fish on the hook if that fish is all emotional, right? So if you see something, go research it in another browser somewhere else. Don't click a link. Maybe try to find the
Mhm.
image if you have the time. If you're not, scroll past and be like, yeah, whatever, bro. I know what I got. I know what I hold. Until I see something that's really a red flag, I'm gonna stay the course. You
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah, exactly. No, all good. I like Sean might have even sent it to me because he liked it, which I think it's 50-50.
Okay.
I think it's because it's being talked about.
Gotcha.
Is my guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
no, no not hating on it. I ain't got nothing but love. It's fun. It's a fun discussion. Is why I
You
brought it
know.
up
Uh.
the way I did. Um, I don't care about FUD or price or any of that crap anymore. I just don't.
Becky found the a link to the Bloomberg
Yeah,
video there, and then
there you go.
uh,
Let's see what
uh,
you guys think.
Cheetah in my Cheetah has a question there.
Um,
I'm gonna answer it my way of
please.
what I see and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that is a part of my strategy. And the real reason is the same reasons we really get things into place, structures. By the way, come back to the channel Thursday night. Alan talks a lot about the trust.
Mhm.
LLCs, S corps, etc. They have more flexibility when it comes to taxes and what you can utilize in expenses, write-offs, or what I like to call IRS discounts. Uh, you you arguably get more of that than if I just did it myself. I'm going to pay the most amount of money on profit if I took it by myself versus if an LLC did it, because the LLC can have offsets. A trust can have its own offsets. Any type of lawful legal structure it has its beneficial offsets that you might be able to take advantage of. So there's a lot of homework to really unpack there. But another reason that in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, A trust is a good idea. LLCs are a good idea. Is because it gets me personally out of the hot seat. Okay, I'm not holding the cryptos. I'm managing the cryptos, and that took me that right there. What I just said is a lot. Okay, is a lot to really understand, and I was able to break it down simply for me in this manner. If your name is on the title of a car, then wherever that car goes, you let some homies borrow it for a little bit. They crash. Well, it's your name on the title.
Yep.
So, but if there was a company name on the title or a leasing company name on the title, then there's certain things that you wouldn't have to be responsible for, right? If you let your buddies drive the car, right? You don't have to pay the full tab of the whole incident, or you could be on the hook for that. Could be on the hook, and I'm saying could be. I would rather know that, hey, I know I'm not going to be on the hook in this much. I like that. Can we keep moving to where I get to this much, and eventually this much? That for me is a plan or vehicles worth looking into. So for me, it's taxes. Because at some point I'm going to sell. It's inevitable. At some point, I know for me in my thesis, what's working for me for my plans, it's going to be a sell. So in that moment, taxable event. Well, how much for taxes? If it's a short term, it's like 34% in a business. If it's a long term, it's 24% in a business. But the business might bought a new car, or maybe had a lease obligation with another company that was leasing that company a car. I only say the car because it's probably one of the easiest things that most of us understand, as in a car payment. That was an expense I might be able to write off. But there's more to it than just, hey, my cryptos are here. Okay, or the cryptos are here now. Now what? And now what is the next question you should be asking? The another thing there though is for me is, what am I going to do with that money, right? On behalf of the company, what's the company going to do with that profit? One of the options on the table is, well, that company is going to go give a dividend paying whole life insurance policy on a key member of that company. Cool. Well, now the company has a life insurance policy on that key member. It's a long rabbit hole. But for me, back to answering just the question, if you're using any type of structure, the reason is two reasons for me. Get my name out of the hot seat and see if the company can benefit more on the tax side than I ever could. And that's only here in the States. Each country jurisdiction has its own debilitating rules. There you go. You still there, brother?
God, you put that.
Yeah, there you are. All right, cool. I froze. I wonder if I froze. Crap.
No, man, that was a perfect analogy. Being the manager, dude, you just simplified that so much. Thanks to Simon. I'm currently filing the paperwork for my LLC, and very, very thankful to have the 3 phone calls and to have the support and to have the push.
Keep going, man.
Gotta have that in my situation. And so you're the man, bro. So that's what we call you.
I just try to share what I've learned along my journey, the same journey as most of us out there, and how I'm utilizing things to incorporate my life and the original reasons why I did that, but now the other angles that I'm seeing that are far beneficial to a great many. So, really no credit goes to me, brother. Like it's everybody else that I've been able to acquire information on, and we all do that for each other. Again, that's what's great about the XRP community. That's what's great about this channel, the Stable Crew, is the number of people that are in here. And I've had a chance to meet so many people that, in my opinion, collectively have far much more information on niches or topics than I probably ever will in my lifetime. And so it's just great to be able to have that as a resource because of what we share. And what we share is a connection, and that is to initially what started as digital assets, but now it's gone full. It's gone full bore, baby. It's gone full bore.
Full bore, baby.
Yes. Yeah.
Man, just throwing it down today, bro. I love it. Love the conversation. Could not agree more.
Yeah. Sorry, I took us almost to the 2-hour mark.
We're gonna let you guys get to your holiday. But just want to share the love. Thank you all so much for supporting me and my dad and Simon.
Beat man.
And the guests that we have on this show, man. Thank you so much to Zips last week. We are so blessed. We had the sisters the week before that. So looking forward to
that was cool. Those are some smart ladies, dude. They're
awesome, man. I've gotten to talk to them like,
and their parents are. If you ever get a chance to meet their parents, they are some real cool people, and they happen to like tea too. So I'm all about that.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool.
Dad's been a long time fan of the show. So cool to meet them in Vegas. They're crushing. We're crushing. We hope all you guys are crushing. Real quick hi to Cody, our brother. You're crushing. Super proud of you. The husband, the dad, the investor, and the kind-hearted spirit, bro. You've been one of my biggest supporters and fans and just loving spirits in my life for the last 2 years, dude. So thank you for that. Simon, drive safe.
I shall. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate the last minute invite here.
Live long and prosper.
Always living long and always prospering.
Yeah. Let's go get it. We're
going to get it. All right, crew.
Have
Love
a
y'all.
great weekend. Thank
Take
you,
care.
Simon.
You're welcome.